Hello, my name is Subarna Khatka. I'm here to give a presentation for one of the quality area uh, which I have chosen to do the research. So it's the quality area 6. It's the collaborative partnership with the families and the communities. So here I'll be explaining about the quality area 6, its overview, its importance of the family and the community partnership, and its link to the EYLF and the national quality standards. So the introduction and the rationale. So according to the quality area 6 of the national quality standard, strong courteous and cooperative relationships with families and communities are crucial to attaining favorable learning and well-being outcomes for children. Because family involvement and the community connections are essential to children's identity, belonging, and the holistic development, fundamental tenets of the early years learning of the framework. And our group and we chose this quality area. So it is a duty of the early childhood educators to develop the build and trust connections with the families, respect cultural diversity, and actively collaborate with the families and community to improve the children's educational opportunities according to the recent research. Children flourish when the families and educators collaborate, share information, make the decisions, and community consistently. Additionally, community partnership broadens the children's learning environment by offering relevant real world experiences that foster cultural safety and social inclusion. So, this selection of the quality area 6 is justified by the growing awareness of the multicultural communities, varied family arrangements, and the growing demand for the inclusive and the culturally sensitive approaches in educational setting. So quality area 6 is supported by the few of the following quality for the frameworks. So it's the national quality framework, the quality standard area 6, so early years learning framework version 2, and the UN convention for the rights for the children and the community and the cultural protocols. So in this slide I'm going to explain about the summary of the literature review for the quality area 6. So family, children first, and the most important is teacher, as evidenced by several studies. Many early childhood policies are based on the Brunner's ecological system theory, which holds that the children develop within the interrelated systems where family, school, and the community that must cooperate for optimal development. Partnership between the families and educators help kids learn better, behave better, ease transition, and feel like they are belonging here. Shared decision making, respect for the family's cultural knowledge bases, two-way communication, and acknowledgement for the different partnership philosophies are all necessary for the successful partnerships. So the value of community involvement is also emphasized in the literature, particularly for the families, refuge, or indigenous origins. Community collaboration promote the social inclusion, enhance the curriculum experiences, and link kids to local culture. So the genuine alliances should progress from sporadic gathering to ongoing cooperation, reciprocity, and the common objectives. Communication hurdles, cultural misconceptions, educational bias, time constraints, and inadequate professional development when working with different families are among the difficulties noted in the study. So the research make the case that to overcome these obstacles, leadership commitment, staff training, continuous reflective practice, and culturally sensitive practice are very crucial. So there are few of the meeting standards for the quality area 6. So those are the warm communication with families, collaborative goal setting, using of the community services. So the services must establish relationship with the families that are courteous, truthful, and consistent in order to satisfy this criteria. So we have few of the examples on how to meet the standard. So greeting families with warmth and acknowledging them in the children's as a first teacher, communicating regularly via newsletters, applications, in-person interactions, inviting families to contribute their cultural knowledge, experiences, or skills, working together to create the learning plans. And we have few of the issue also to address. So those can be teachers pre-assumption concerning about the parenting styles or the family values, limited involvement from families with the work obligations, inconsistent communications because of the time restrictions, and the language barrier for culturally and linguistically diverse families. So exceeding standards. So to exceed this standard, services must show that the practice is embedded, informed by the critical reflections, and shaped by the meaningful partnerships. So we can take few examples like providing multilingual communications and tool and translation assistance, co-designing curriculum experiences with families, cultural storytelling, and home language resources, and engaging in ongoing professional reflection on bias, cultural competency, and partnership strategies. Also, the also one for meeting this standard, the collaborative partnership enhance learning and well-being. So to meet this standard, so educators collaborate with community organization and use the community knowledge to strengthen their educational programs. So few of the examples to meet this practice are using the community areas as learning environment like the parks, libraries, local businesses, and inviting local artists, elders, community workers to participate in the learning, making use of the support organizations for the kids with special needs, collaboration with the allied and the health professionals. And we also have few of the issues to address. To exceed this standard, the partnership must be proactive, reciprocal, and deeply embedded. So the few of the address could be the communication barriers, cultural misunderstanding, limited family engagement, lack of the community connections. So for exceeding these standards, so co-creating community activities like multicultural days, sustainability projects, or integrational programs with the aged care facilities, long-term partnership with the Aboriginal community. So all of this helps. So few of the examples of the practices could be like providing information about the community services, parenting and children development, and the cultural storytelling, partnership with the elders, parent workshops, and also like to exceed this practice, we should include creating a culturally safe environments where every family feels valued, welcomed, and also actively organizing support for the outside organizations, assisting the families with the in the integrate procedures like NDIS applications as well. So finally, we have the conclusion. So it includes the collaborative partnership, which is very essential for the well-being, and it's the meaningful engagement, which is equal to the improved outcomes, and exceeding the required reflections, reciprocity, and the cultural safety. So basically, quality area 6, it is attained and the surpassed when early childhood program established the meaningful, reciprocal, culturally sensitive partnership with the families and community. Strong communication, respect for the diversity, and cooperation with the community organization are necessary to meet the requirements. Deeply ingrained reflective process co-design with the families, sustained community involvement, and the culturally safe setting that put children identity and well-being first are all that needs to surpass the criteria. So teachers must create the solid, inclusive, and the long-lasting partnership that enhance the children's learning outcome and preserve the value of the early years learning framework and national quality standards by addressing issues such as communication difficulties, cultural misconception, and lack of community well-being and the knowledge. Thank you so much.